Even though I want to admit defeat, and that there's a part of me deep down inside that is just beating myself up over and over and over. Where it's hitting me with things like I'm not worthy of a wonderful future, throws up mental images and thoughts of why I shouldn't be successful, like the things that go on with my parents and the life that they've had over the years themselves, and they're not successful. They're both in their 50s, and in a sense, they are no further off than they were years ago. Sure, my mother has some money saved up. She has a little bit in like her 401k, but like she has said, if she's out there on her own, she's not able to work, and it'll run out within a couple of years. Then there's my father, who is literally working paycheck to paycheck, only his paychecks are welfare. And he once had a high paying job for the day and age, but he wasted it. He threw it away, and the money that he had been making, he wasted it on shit like drugs. Now, my waste, so to speak, is on alcohol. And over the years, I've just thrown money into booze, into something that isn't an investment. All it does is just mask my own pain. It makes me into what I've labeled as a better person. I guess because of the numbing aspect and not really caring about certain things, feeling more connected with the world. Maybe that persona really is how I am and who I am, only I just don't allow myself to be that way when I'm sober. That I found myself in this state of self perpetuating self hate and this self perpetuating self doubt. Sure, I get a little excited about things. I'm like, yeah, this is the time that I'm going to do sobriety, or I'm going to do this with pickup, or I'm going to do something. And maybe I start out for maybe a couple months doing that, but then either it's out of fear that I'm not going to succeed, or it's out of a lack of ambition, boredom, self induced ADD, it not being fast enough. Could be a multitude of different things. But I choose to let it go off the wayside. Where it's the things that are important, that should be important, I don't make time for. I choose to do the things that are in the short term. They give me some sort of pleasure, or they kill some sort of time, like watching TV or doing the things that aren't important, like sleeping a lot more. But I do. I know full well that I should be doing things like blogging, recording videos, learning things in regards to marketing, getting on forums, creating lists of things that I need to do, doing the important things, and making those a priority. Yet, for whatever reason, a part of me just doesn't. And then I also self-sabotage myself. An example is with the drinking, knowing that full well that it's going to get me in trouble. And it has. I'm right now facing a couple of DUIs that I brought upon myself, which I didn't need to bring upon myself, but I did anyways. And now I'm justifying it as, well, it's going to be okay. So what if I lose my license for 5 years? Then I'll just have to make something happen. Maybe this will be the motivation that I need. And instead of looking deep down inside and finding the motivation within me, and choosing to do things because I want to make them better, not because my situation is fucked and I have to make them better. And in a sense, playing my own martyr. Like sacrificing myself for the good of myself. Sometimes I don't even know if I really deeply love myself. Sometimes I feel like the words that are coming out my mouth are just for show. Or that they're just for me trying to convince myself in something. When in reality it's further from the truth. Maybe I do choose to be this way. Maybe part of it has to do with the fact that if I do better myself, that there's this morbid part of me that's just going to destroy it. That the sadist in me will take over and turn myself into my own masochist. Part of me doesn't know what to do, even though it knows the things that it needs to do. I guess it's more not sure how to get myself over that hump and to do the things that I need to do instead of just wasting time. Because at times I'm truly not even living. I'm living to get through the now so I can get to the next whatever I need to get to so I can do the exact pattern over again until I find some final conclusion. A good example of that is what's going on right now. I'm putting in some work, but not the work that I really need to be putting in. And I'm being a bit lazy. And I'm allowing this court shit to hold me back. I'm allowing it to dictate the way that I live my life. I'm coming at it as a victim. I'm choosing to allow it to control me and to victimize my life. I'm choosing to let other things victimize my life. Like some of the situations that I'm in. Sometimes I feel like a victim in my living situation. That it just kind of folds a little bit. I'm not doing really the things that I want to do. I'm not really holding a social contract with myself. The things that are important. I'm really putting myself first. And in that notion, I shouldn't be sabotaging myself or punishing myself for things that I've done in the past. Because it is really quite easy for me to choose to pick up the bottle. It's my escape. It's the world will be better, at least temporarily. take this drink. Not looking at the long-term damage. Part of me is just dwelling on the past and focusing on the things that I don't want. And allowing those things to continue. Sometimes I'm not sure if I even know the reasons why I do the things that I do to hurt myself. Maybe all these situations that I put myself in help me teach myself something, to make myself more responsible. Not 100% sure. I'm not sure why I've done this to myself. Sometimes I don't even value my opinion as it's important, or my own advice that I give to others. It really is not that important. And that the advice that I give to other people, sometimes I need to take it myself, but I just don't. I'm just so stubborn. It's like I say that I want to figure it out for myself, but then when I do figure it out for myself, I just don't take the advice. That I fall to my own transgressions. Maybe I could be better than this. Maybe I could build a better life. Maybe I could take charge in it. Maybe I could choose to forgive myself. I try to deeply love and accept myself. All this pain that I've caused myself, where I don't feel like I'm worthy. And then a part of me is afraid that I'm not going to be able to fix this. And this spiral is going to keep continuing this way. And part of me doesn't know the things that I need to do. But I don't seem to want to take any action. Part of me is like, why should I be better than my parents? These opportunities arise and show themselves. But I'm not really doing what I need to be doing with them. I could probably make these things happen for myself if I just really chose to. But for whatever reason, I'm just deciding not to. I'm deciding to settle for broke. I'm deciding to settle for nothing. And I'm choosing not to explore and see what I could do. Because not knowing what I could do, it's like it seems more comforting than trying and possibly succeeding. But then with that, there's the risk of possibly failing. I didn't used to be an alcoholic. I chose to go down this path. It's really brought me nothing but bad things. Actually, maybe it's not really even bad things. Maybe I'm just labeling it as that. Maybe these are just experiences that I need to learn from. Maybe I just need to forgive myself. Maybe I need to just allow myself to, in a sense, have a fresh start. And drop the baggage that I'm holding on to. All my disappointments will pick up. All my disappointments with myself. That I've chosen to live my life this way. And that I hold it against myself. Maybe it's time to not hold on to these things. And blame myself. And judge it as negative. And live in my own little pity party. Because I'm doing nothing but perpetuate this circle. A part of me wants to fix it, but a part of me is keeping myself from doing it. And the thing that's holding myself back. Maybe I can choose to do the things that I need to do. And provide myself with a better life. So that this way I can be happier. This way I can help out the people that are around me as well. Be more inspirational for other people. As well as do right by myself. Maybe I can discover the talents that I have within me. That sometimes I'm doubtful about that I have. Even though in some situations they come out anyways. Maybe I can choose to believe that everything that I've done, drinking, I can do when I'm sober. Because this is the base me. And anything that I can do partially intoxicated, I should be able to do sober. But for whatever reason, I'm allowing it to be like a switch, yet I should be able to just turn that switch on anyways. In fact, I think it's just a mask that I just choose to remove. Some made-up fucking identity that really doesn't exist. But I put it on for some sort of protection. That when I do drink and I allow it to be, it's okay, I choose not to be hurt. So I'm free to do whatever I want to do. Yet when I'm sober, it's like I care too much. And I really shouldn't. That the only person's opinion that really should matter is my own. And I shouldn't sit there and worry about the what ifs. What if this doesn't work? What if that doesn't work? What is this person going to think? I should really just do. I would say just allow myself to be, but I think it's more I should just do. I do what I'm supposed to do what I want to do. without really holding myself back. Maybe I can be worthy. Maybe I can give myself permission to be worthy. Maybe my subconscious can help me with all of these things. All these changes. They talk about instantaneous healing. Well, what if that can also be with the power of the mind and choosing to be a different way? And it doesn't need to be slow, because the human mind is more powerful than any computer that is on this planet. And it's just a matter of rewriting the software. Maybe my subconscious can help me with this. Maybe the universe can help me with this. Maybe I can be more connected with myself. Maybe I can believe in myself more. Maybe I can be stronger. Maybe I can choose to reclaim myself and be a better version of what I have ever been. Maybe I can choose to stop hiding behind masks. I choose to allow myself to do. I choose to stop hiding behind masks. I choose to be worthy for myself. I choose to do things for myself. I choose to create a better life. I choose to bring positivity into my life. I choose to do the things that I want to do, not because I'm trying to placate to another individual. I choose to gain control of myself. I choose to be better than I was ever when I was drunk. I choose to see what I'm able to do, what I'm capable of. I choose to go on this journey. I choose to forgive myself for my past, because I can't change my past. I choose to learn from it. I choose to be a better version of me. I deeply love and accept myself no matter what. And I choose to show myself more love. Be more committed to myself. To build myself up. To build up my self-esteem. To build up who I am as a person. To rise. To discover. To become what I need to become.